Springfield High School Radio Workshop on the air. Direct from the BHS Band Room at Harvey Auditorium and featuring Mr. Wesley Moore and his famous Driller Band. The noise you hear in the background is the Driller Band getting in shape and rehearsing their usual hour every day. Well, what's this, Danny and Dottie Driller?
We'll be in the way.
Come on, Dottie, come on in.
No, sirree, Danny. Mr. Moore's busy with his band members.
Oh, Dottie, I'm not horning in. We've got an appointment with Mr. Moore to interview him for the Blue and White.
Well, golly, Danny. Why didn't you say so? This sure is exciting to see all these kids and majorettes warming up.
Say, Dottie, you don't see Mr. Moore around anywhere, do you?
No, Danny, I don't. Did you ever see so many kids in here? Danny, over there. Look.
Where? What?
Over there. It's Mr. Moore. Colonel.
Oh, yes. What is it?
Oh, Mr. Moore, Dottie and I are from Mrs. Rose's journalism class. We'd like to interview you for the next edition of the Blue and White. You know, the school paper. Could you spare a few minutes?
Why, certainly. I've all time in the... Alan, your timing's off. Try that again. Okay. Now, what was that again? You say you're reporters from the Blue and White? Now, look, you guys, I told you before that page 3 has been eliminated. Start on the 4th bar on page 4. There, that's lots better. Okay, kids, let's move over here so I can concentrate on you.
Having a good band must keep you awfully busy, doesn't it, Mr. Moore?
Well, son, I do what I can with these kids.
You certainly do, Colonel. I've watched this band at parades and at game time during the half. Gee, they always look sharp. I think you've done a wonderful job with them. Say, why do they call you Colonel? Colonel?
Well, 7 years ago, some of the members yelled Major at me during drills when I had the college and high school band together. Major nothing, I said. It's Colonel, in a kidding way, and it's been that way ever since.
How do you become a member of the Driller Band? And how many members do you have?
We have tryouts in August. At least 2 years' experience and sometimes recommendation from private teachers. We have 100 pieces in our band.
Say, Mr. Moore, how many selections how many sections, that is, do you have in your band?
3. Brass, woodwind, percussion.
Brass? What do you mean by the brass section, Mr. Moore?
Well, tell you what. I'll have the brass play.
Now, you said something about the percussion section. What part do they play in the band?
Okay, boys, let's hear the percussion. Now let's hear the reed section.
Boy, that reed section sounds real jazzy.
Yeah, it sure does.
Now, Dottie and Danny Driller, we'll combine all 3 sections for you in the same song, Lights Out March.
They're so famous. Gosh, did you hear that, Danny?
Of course I did. I told you that they were great.
Colonel, what happens if some of your members miss rehearsal?
Demerits and if a public appearance dropped from the organization.
Colonel, would you tell us a little bit about the Long Beach Parade and, of course, that famous Rose Parade in Pasadena?
Well, the Long Beach Parade was invitational, and only the best bands from 5 western states used to attend. Now it seems that all are invited to participate to open the winter season. As to the Rose Parade, which is 7 miles,
We're usually invited when our Kern County has a float.
I sure hope the band walks away with top honors again this year.
How about another selection, Mr. Moore?
Well, I think I can fix you up on that, all right. Okay, you guys, let's hear you fire up on Hand Me Down My Swinging Cane.
Pretty soon, Dottie. Thanks a lot, Mr. Moore, for your time and everything.
The pleasure is all mine, Danny.
Bye now, Colonel.
Bye.
See you at the parades and game time.
Bye, Dottie.
He sure is nice, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a real swell guy.
Danny, now that we're here, why don't we interview one of our majorettes?
Well, you came up with a fine idea, Dottie. That should prove to be a good story for the blue and white.
Here's Claudette Davis. I know her real... Claudette? Claudette?
Hi, Dottie. How are you?
Oh, fine, Claudette. Danny and I would like to interview you along with Mr. Moore and his band for the blue and white paper. How about it?
Sounds fine to me.
Claudette, wherever do you girls work out? It must take a lot of practice for your strenuous routines. And how about telling us a little bit about your routines and uniforms and so forth?
Well, Danny, we practice every day, excuse me, fourth period with the band, and we practice in the auditorium, and we practice on the football field with our advisor, Miss Little, and then we practice every Thursday night on the football field with the band. But, and up until this year, our uniforms were furnished by the school, but we couldn't get any uniforms, so we made our own. And we practice quite a bit, but we like it.
Mr. Moore's getting you ready for another number. Let's listen.
Dottie, this assignment was better and more fun than I ever expected. I guess we'd better report back to Miss Rose now. Time's getting pretty short.
I sure had a lot of fun. Well, slow down, Danny. Wait for me.
And there they go, our two popular reporters pacing across the campus to reach their assignment deadline. This was the BHS Radio Workshop on the Air, direct from BHS Band Room in Harvey Auditorium. Guests today were Miss Claudette Davis and Mr. Wesley Moore. Dottie and Danny Driller were played by Lynn McCart and Wayne Baldwin. Script by Lynn Lovett and Lynn McCart. This has been the Bakersfield High School Radio Workshop on the Air.